Hey guys, Panda here. Currently filming this movie review outside on my balcony just because the inside of my apartment's an absolute mess with me packing right now. So with that being said, I just got done watching the new Netflix movie, Metal Lords, which stars, I don't know the actor's name, but it's the guy who plays Bill in 2017's It. He was also the bratty little shit in Knives Out. The movie is about some kids in high school who start a metal band for Battle of the Bands, and it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It really reminded me of my days from high school back when I was in there. I'll touch on that throughout this review as well. I thought. I think the only downside I can really think of is that the second act of it was a bit of a slog. It just felt like really slow paced. But the first and third act, first and third act were pretty good. Definitely reminded me a lot of my days back in high school when I was the black sheep amongst my friends and was the only metalhead out of a group of jocks and popular kids, which is weird how I managed to fit in with that crowd, but I think that's solely due to the fact that I did football my first 2 years in high school. But I think that's probably how I managed to fit in with all those guys. But yeah, even there's not even really a clear-cut rival. I mean, there is, but it's a guy who's not even associated with a rival band that's involved with this Battle of the Bands thing. That's crazy. Yeah, the rival band, excuse me, that's in this are actually really chill. They're really cool. They're cool dudes, and the rival band just did a whole bunch of indie rock cover stuff. So Imagine Dragons and stuff like that. They just did a calm melodic, calm indie rock version of that. There's also a side character who will pop in every once in a while. I can't remember his character's name, but he's such a radiant ball of energy, and I absolutely love it whenever he comes on screen. The dude's awesome. And the fact that they pulled the mainstay heavy metal bands for references Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Pantera, all those ones. It was nice seeing bands like Ulver and some other stuff on there. Ulver I haven't seen mentioned since, since Sopranos, since watching that. That was a nice little reference, seeing that in Sopranos and in here. I mean, this is definitely a comedy movie for sure. It definitely reminds me so much of my high school days, and it made me miss just doing vocals and being in a band. It kind of really makes me miss that. I really do miss that. So if you can, and it's it reminds me of how into heavy metal I am, especially with in school at that time. I would try and revolve all these projects and speeches and what have you based on heavy metal stuff. I remember my junior year, or one of my years of college, I had to do a report on Vlad Dracul, and I ended up using a little bit of a snippet of Marduk in there. That was pretty cool. Same with another report that I had to do for some other class in college. I used heavy metal in that as well. And originally, I remember my senior year research paper was going to be based on heavy metal stuff, but couldn't figure it out, so I went with something else. But yeah, they think they're gonna be hot shit in high school for heavy metal stuff, but I will tell you this right now: for anyone who's watching this, in high school, especially in this day and age, heavy metal is an incredibly niche genre in and of itself already, with all the rap and indie rock stuff that's blowing up in the water for mainstream media. It's not going to blow up in people's faces. You can be as smug and in your face about it as you want. It's not going to really matter. Anywho, I'm getting sidetracked. But the movie itself, yeah, it was pretty funny at parts. Like I said, the second act is a bit of a slog. The second act was a bit of a slog. First act was really good. The third act with the Battle of the Bands portion, that was really good. Kind of ends the way you would expect a movie like this to go, but, you know, whatever. So if I were to give this a letter grading, I would put this at a pretty good B+. B+ area. So I would recommend checking this out, especially if you're into heavy metal like I am. So, with that being said, thanks for checking this video out. If you like what I'm doing, make sure to subscribe to this channel, share this video amongst friends, leave a like on this video as well. That always is extremely appreciated. Have you seen this? Drop a comment below. You can also follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter as well. For Twitch, I'm currently playing a shit ton of Elden Ring. So with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Later, Gators.